Welcome to another DK Custom Products video. My name is Kevin, and today we're doing an install of a 587 air cleaner on this Sportster. Before we get into this install, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe to this video, we would appreciate it a lot. So we're going to do a 587 Say No Black install on this air cleaner right now. We've already done the external breather system with the catch can, and the install on a Sportster, a twin cam, and an M8 are all basically the same. You have a support bracket, either the factory bracket or this aftermarket bracket. You have an external breather system of your choice, and then you have an air cleaner. The components of the air cleaner are going to be a cover, the back plate, the filter element, and the hardware, and of course the instructions. It's important to read through the instructions, all the instructions before you start. Make sure you identify the parts, which part goes where. I've installed literally hundreds of these over the years, and so we're going to get right at it. First thing we're going to do, we had these bolts installed to help align our support bracket when we're putting our breather system in. So we're going to take those out because we only had them in there to align it. We did not put thread locker on it. We are going to put thread locker on it. While I'm doing this, a little story. We used to put in our instructions that we recommend the use of blue or medium thread locker. And we had people installing these without thread locker because they thought it was only recommended, not necessary. What we were saying is we recommended blue thread locker. Always use thread locker on all your fasteners on your Harley-Davidson. So we have our support bracket in place. This is our back plate. You see these two holes line up with these two, and these two with that. So it's going to go right like that on there. We need to put a gasket on here. And sometimes these are sticky gaskets. This one's a sticky gasket, so we peel that off of there. We line this up. Okay. Then we're going to take our three fasteners here and put a little drop of thread locker on the end of each one. Now with the thread locker in place, go ahead and get the first fastener started in there. That's going to hang down. Next fastener. And the last one. And we're going to take a look at the instructions real quick, because I want to read you exactly what it says in the instructions about tightening these three bolts down. All right. In the instructions, use the torque settings found in your manual. They are usually 40 to 60 inch-pounds. That's less than 4 foot-pounds, 4 to 5 foot-pounds. 40 to 60 inch-pounds. After tightening, wait a couple minutes and recheck the torque. The thick gasket may crush some and relax the torque. Repeat 2 to 3 times to ensure proper torque. So I do not have a torque wrench that goes down to 40 inch-pounds here, but I know that that's pretty tight. And what we're going to do, we're going to come back in a few minutes and we're going to hit those again. While we're waiting for those to relax and go back and tighten them, we're going to put this set screw, which is for the acorn nuts. You get a brass acorn nut and a stainless acorn nut with it. We're going to go ahead and I think use the stainless on this, but we need to put this in here and put thread locker on it. So put a little thread locker on here. This is what holds the cover on. The cover is what holds the filter on. Make sure you put this in there so you can use the Allen wrench on the outside, tighten it down. So we have that in there, sticking out far enough to hold the cover. We're going to go back and retighten each of these. And then the next step is to take the filter element and the filter element goes right on this ridge here. And there is a metal piece where the filter element starts and ends right there, and I like to put that down at the bottom so that it's not visible. So then that goes there. You'll notice that this has a little bit of oil already on it. If I had this off and was cleaning it and this was all dry, I like to put a little bit of oil in here. It's not necessary, but it certainly doesn't hurt and just provides a little extra seal. So we put that right there. We take our cover, and there are dozens of choices of what kind of cover you want, but I chose a Sano black. You put it over the filter element, take the nylon washer, put it right there, put a little bit of thread locker in your acorn, and I wanted to use the stainless. So put a little thread locker in here and then tighten your acorn down. I like to get that nylon washer centered behind the acorn. Make sure that your filter element is lined up well with your cover so everything's symmetrical. And then tighten this down. And again, let's look at what it says in the instructions. Okay. Since the filter element is flexible, it can be tightened down where it ends up out of round. To prevent this, when tightening down the cover, first barely snug the cover to the filter element, then make sure the outer diameter of the filter element is exactly aligned with the outer diameter of the air cleaner cover. Once it is aligned, carefully tighten it down, keeping the two aligned the entire time. Okay? And it doesn't need a lot. So I have that lined up. I'm going to tighten it down. And there we go. We have a 587 with the premium discreet with the catch can on it. And this particular air cleaner is very low profile. You can see it does not stick out far at all. It's one of the lowest profile air cleaners on the market. It flows more air than a Milwaukee 8 114 can eat, let alone a Sportster or a twin cam. It's a true high performance. Only cool, clean air is going into the filter element. All the hot, nasty air is going out into the catch can or filter, whatever external breather system you're running. Our customers have done with their 587. It's a good performing, low profile air cleaner. Y'all ride safe out there.